When I realised this changed my overall view on property investing. I'm going to run through my 10-year plan. I'm going to run through my properties, and I want you to take particular interest in the mindset of exactly how I view every one of these properties. Okay, so here's every one of my properties. I won't go through all of them because that will take some time, right? But every single one of these properties, this one I sold, another one here. I want to take you through what at a cash position each one of these properties are at, and the difference between someone having one property or someone having 10 properties or 50 properties, and why someone else is able to have so many properties the way that we look at it. Okay, so it's just a mindset. Awesome stuff that you get to see the properties as well, but let's go through it. Okay, so here's a property, not one of the first properties I bought, but I bought it some time ago, 6-7 years ago, in Melbourne, Fawkner. Now, I've released equity from this property twice. That's probably why you can see the loan of this property is 645. That's allowed me to buy 2 other properties. The actual loan on this property is 310,000. However, with the other loans and the other equity releases, this property, as you can see here, cost me $29,000 a year, $30,000 a year to hold. Really bad rental return, right? It's a Melbourne property. They're not known for their rental returns. It's had some exceptional growth. It's grown by pretty much 50% in the 6 years that I've owned it. Okay, not as good as some of the fresh start purchases. But this property cost me $30,000. Okay, I'll show you a few more. Actually, I won't show you this one because this one's putting money in my pocket. That's a good property in Queensland, putting in close to 10 grand in my pocket every year, right? Another property here. Awesome. Purchased in WA, Rockingham, cost me $8,000 a year to hold after all expenses. Another property here, bought in Rockhampton, cost me $10,000 a year to hold, right? Overall, let's look at it from overall, right? This portfolio now, there's a few more properties in there, right? But this portfolio right now is costing me $40,000 to $50,000 a year to hold. It's expensive, right? It's not pocket change, right? But let's change up the thought process around this. Okay, so this portfolio, let's just talk about this property right here. I will hold this property for 50 years, 60, probably never ever sell it, right? Hand it down to my kids. Let's just change this to 0%, no more loan. That's today. Remember, every single year you're going to be able to, well, not every year, but in this particular region, within Melbourne, the rent in 20 years' time is not going to be $425, right? The rent's likely to be $800. But let's just work off that. This is $20,000 here. Just go back on that. There's 20K there. Let's go to P3. Let's do the exact same thing here. Stuffed up for me. 30 grand there. Same thing here. Loan to value. Let's see if it stuffs up on us. Hopefully it doesn't. There you go. 20 grand there. Let's do the exact same thing. I'm being a bit facetious here, but hang with me. 20 grand here. What I'm trying to show you is that, yes, we can look at every one of these. When it comes time to buy a property and it's going to cost you $5,000 or $6,000 a year to hold, you have the ability to look at it and go, that's going to cost me $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 a year to hold. No, it's too much. It's going to affect this. It's going to affect that. And that's fair. If it is genuinely going to affect your lifestyle, do not go down the road of buying properties that are going to cost you to hold. The way I look at property now is if I have 5 properties, I look at every single one of those as there's 25K there. Oh, another 25K. If you want 100K passive income, 4 properties. Hold them for 20 years, pay them down. That's it. It's a completely different mindset. It's not the standard mindset, but that is really a way that you can do it. And the way that you ultimately should look at this. It is you just being able to go, cool, if I can hold these assets, if I, for myself here, this $8,000 that this property is going to cost me currently, In 10 years' time, the property will be putting money in my pocket. In 10 years' time, dare I say, the property is going to be worth most likely double, probably a bit more than double. And I've then survived those years where it's cost me $8,000. Long-term view, as opposed to having a very, very, very short-term view of interest rates are going up, and the property's going to cost me $9,000 a year. Again, if it does affect your lifestyle, that's fine. Your lifestyle is more important than that. But delayed gratification is the way that I look at this, and it's helped me build up the portfolio that I have. And it is also, in 10, 15, 20 years' time, going to help me have, not essentially be able to work. I won't need to work, right, because of the passive income that I've built. So I thought that might help. We see a lot of our clients go through something similar, whereby they just look at $6,000. That's it. It's not a good investment property. That is completely incorrect. So hope that helps. To your success.